Alright, welcome back, guys. So, today we are talking about 1159, and a bunch of stuff happened this chapter that is interesting to say the least, because there were so many things packed into this one chapter that I don't even know what to say over here. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna dive right into it. And if you guys like the video, consider leaving a like button down below and subscribing to the channel. And let's just get into it. Because this chapter was crazy. Alright, so we begin the chapter with the loss of Shaki. So apparently Shaki has been kidnapped from Pirate Island. And everyone in the world is mad about it because no one knows about her whereabouts. And she was kidnapped from Zebek's hideout, one of the strongest pirates out there. That's insane to me. Um, so we don't know who the kidnappers are yet. But we see that the entire world is mad about it. We see the first instant on Roger blaming, not first instant, the first instance of actually really showing his feelings for Shaki. That is a good thing to say. Wanted them. They're probably together, I'm guessing. But yeah, basically, and also we see Roger finally, um, kind of putting the blame on Zebek for losing Shaki, which honestly it's fair. Like, come on, man, she's on your island. You should not have. You should have easily, um, been able to protect her, but we'll find out later on the chapter why it there is a kind of like a equal grounds in terms of this. But anyway, um, once we're past this section, we finally see the Scum meeting his two kids. By Scum, I mean that Garling. I forget his first name, but we see Garling meeting his kids and his wife. Apparently, he got a woman pregnant in God Valley, and that's where we see Shanks and Shamrock. And holy crap, man, this section was just shows me how much like I hate Garling. Like, given all the five elders come back, I'm pretty sure that all the five elders are just as bad, but seeing him do these things in person just makes me hate the guy so much more. Like, it's just horrifying. We see that this woman who really cared about Garling really either way, like if she didn't, or if she was just doing to chase the potential for a world noble or something, we see that this woman literally wanted her sons to meet their father, but obviously Garling also ends up killing her because he doesn't want to be with her, and it's hard to see it, dude. It's so hard to see it, and I hope Shanks ever. I'm pretty sure Shamrock is indoctrinated into the world noble thing, but I hope Shanks at least um goes and gives his mother a good burial. Like something along those lines. Like it was hard to see, dude. This one. And we see the Scum starting his tourney. Moving forward, I'm going to refer to Garling as Scum. So you better just get with the program because that's his new name. We see the Scum starting the tourney. Now, what is the tourney? It's their fucking human hunt, dude. Holy crap! I cannot believe that such a fucked up thing exists. Like, One Piece is so weird that it makes you forget about all the horrific things that happen. Doflamingo literally turned an entire island, parts of the residents into fucking toy slaves, and we just glossed over it. We just glossed over it. What the fuck, dude? And then the world nobles treat are allowed to own slaves, and we just freaking, oh, dude, that's so creepy and so fucked up, dude. Either way. All right, so Scum starts the tourney. this dragon sorry is the human hunting tourney. Basically, this tourney happens every few years where they basically choose an island that's not affiliated with the world government and hunt the citizens of it. You kind of hear this. This is such a disgusting thing. Like, anyway, um, but bad things do make for a good story, you know. But we are introduced to a young dragon over here. Now, this is the first time we have seen anything in Dragon's history apart from his dealings with Vegapunk, I believe. Um, but even then, like Vegapunk was the main source over there. I think like it wasn't even like Dragon. Dragon was still mysterious as fuck, but Vegapunk was the main focus in this one. This one we are actually seeing Dragon as part of history, like what he was. So apparently he did join the Marines. He followed in his father's footsteps because he thought the world deserved, like he thought that his father was doing the right thing. But we can see from the get-go that him participating in this in the cleansing of this tourney was started to give him doubts, like why he literally says couple of times like why are we doing these, these are just general like people, like we don't need to do it. They're innocent civilians, we don't need to be doing this to them. But you kind of see the Navy's negative side as well over here, that they basically are blindly following orders. Some of them are just blindly following orders. You can't wholeheartedly blame the Navy as well, because they, if they didn't do according to Imu's orders or like the world government orders, there's a repercussion, which I don't understand. How is the Navy so far controlled by the world government? Are they like a stopgap measure between the um celestial dragons and and the rest of the world? Like they basically curtail the order so that further damage cannot be done. Like it is the world. Are the celestial dragons the main ones that are like the powerful ones, Scum and others? Um, are they so powerful that they can wipe out the entire world just by themselves? Because I've seen some of their powers. I've seen their powers, and I've seen Emu's powers. I've seen the weapons in their possession, and yeah, they'd go on a rampage definitely. But I don't think it's impossible to stop them. I really don't think it's impossible to stop them. So I don't know what the Navy is doing, but this is so fucked up, and it gives me annoying. It gives me. I guess Garp is of the level that he he has to he has committed so much time to the Navy and the belief that he can change the Navy, that he has to stay in the Navy continuously. He still believes in the motto of the Navy, or maybe he's just trying to change the Navy. Honestly, he's doing good work in changing the Navy. Right? He's created Sword, and all the Sword agents. I hope that they can change the way the Navy works. That's all. All right. But yeah, we see that Dragon is young cadet, and he's being forced to participate in this cleansing ritual that the world government sorry, the celestial dragons have, and it's just throwing all kinds of confusion to him. We are then sort of dragged back into something in the past of like One Piece in general, and that is Ginny and Ivankov and Kuma. Now it's wonderful seeing them again. I know what how it plays out. Most of you guys probably also know how it plays out. So it's hard seeing them this jovial, but it is also beautiful to see them together after everything that's happened so far. So yeah, that's a beautiful interaction. So we can see like Kuma finally finding like some other slaves who have not broken in spirit yet. So Ivankov and Ginny is still there. So that's pretty good. dude, that's I really hope like Kuma gets to the point where he can be back with Bonnie again. That would be beautiful to see. Now, coming back to another big character, or some a character that's slowly getting relevance, we're going to talk about Morgans over here a little bit. So we see that Morgans has some news, but we also kind of see that he's not the president. He's not big news Morgans yet. He's the president of the World Economic Journal, but it's not big news Morgan. So I don't know if the paper and the World Economic Journal are separate things. Um, but I'm gonna assume at this moment that the paper that we saw Zebek being defamed as, or like other things, those are basically not his duties so far, and he's going to take them over in the future. Um, but yeah, it seems that Morgans is willing to be bought out for information, but he is also kind of like conniving enough to seek the truth. Because that's that situation where like Morgans is protecting Vivi's in Morgan's protection, and he literally says like, you cannot keep the truth hidden and you will not keep the truth hidden. That kind of hit me well because I'm actually rooting for Morgan in that situation. But it seems that Morgan's is starting to head to that direction. Like he's going to go into the direction of like, hey, news is free, and it's a beautiful thing, man. In our world, news is not free. Everything's curtailed through some kind of lens. So yeah, definitely. Just I love Morgan's up to now. He is a little shady, but I so far I kind of like him so far. All right. So next we come to Shaki being found, and turns out she was kidnapped by the fucking Celestial Dragons. My fucking god, this guys, dude. And you know how I say that it's their One Piece world gooners, but then these gooners, Celestial Dragons, they're the worst of them. They're the creepiest ones out of everyone. Everyone, especially the ones that hold all the power. Like this, like scum. Like scum, right? Because they are creepy, but they act like it's a good thing that they can be creepy, which is so weird. Uh, it just gives me like the most weirdest. It's like it's what you know, the ick term from TikTok or wherever. That is what it gives me. It's like the most. That's what it gives me. That's literally how I feel. But anyway, she's apparently a prize in the tourney held by the human hunt held by the celestial dragons. So creepy. And we kind of see that when everyone finds out, we kind of see that Rayleigh actually really wants to find Shaki. This is the second panel we actually see Rayleigh show true concern for Shaki, and hope they probably get to her. Honestly, I don't know. It could be that they don't get to her in time. I honestly don't know, but I hope that they do. I hope that they do, and they can like put a scar on fucking Scum's face. All right, like I don't think his face is scarred if I remember the pictures, but I really hope that they can put a scar on Scum's face, or like or give him some serious physical injury that can be exploited in the future. Like like serious. Yeah, like it's what Garp, Roger, Zebek, all are heading there. Why not? Why not? Okay, why not? Why not? Ow. Like they're world famous fighters. They don't pirates. They don't need to do it. Roger is literally going to be king of the pirates, so he can just he doesn't need to be afraid of the celestial dragons. Zebek shows that he has no care for the celestial dragons. Okay, so yeah, basically, I hope that they do something to Scum, and it's really something bad. Um, Now we're gonna talk before we get into the next section. We're actually gonna talk about Zebek a little bit. I am loving Zebek's character so much more. When Zebek was promised to us, we were gonna. I had the feeling that he was gonna be this crazy guy that Roger would have to fight um because of him doing something bad. Zebek is a crazy guy who Roger has to fight because Zebek is protecting something, and that is going to go against Roger. And dude, I really don't want Zebek to die, but I know Zebek is gonna die. Like, again, like what I've said before, history has been already written. We're just reading it. All right, and I feel so sad to lose this character because this character is a beautiful character. We should not have to lose him, but we do. Uh, so we see that Zebek knowingly, uh, knowing that Chucky is caught, they head off to this one, um, God Valley, and basically on the way to God Valley, Harold kind of intercepts them because he is obviously on the mission that the world government has imposed on him that he should kill Zebek to move to the next to become part of the world government, which I don't think they're ever gonna fulfill. Even if he kills Zebek, I'm pretty sure they would be like, "Hey, you didn't do it this way. You did it 98% of the way we did it, so you're not gonna get an entry into it." So yeah, but anyway, we see that Harold's in the way, but this time instead of fighting first, Zebek is the first one who kind of appeals to Harold. Like, hey, can this is a talk I want to have with you guys. You guys, with you, Harold. Um, and I basically want to let you know about something. And the thing that he reveals is that his name is not exactly Rox D. Zebek. It's Davy D. Zebek. Now, apparently, there used to be a famous pirate called Davy D. Jones. So, Davy Jones always has to be part of any pirate culture. It's just a thing. And I'm glad that it's part of this one as well. But basically, Davy D. Jones was a legendary pirate that existed a while ago. And I think he's the culmination of, or like the one of the major lines of the D clan that the world government is so afraid of. At least the way that Zebak puts it kind of feels like that because the world government has put like really interesting focus on this. Later on, we will also see that this D clan is not the Davy D clan is not only important for Zebek, but as well for the Celestial Dragons because they have put a big, um, big emphasis on it as well. Um, and it says to Harold like, um, apparently God Valley is Zebek's hometown, and that's where his wife and child are. Um, and he this attempt by by Zebek to talk to Harold is I believe it's kind of like a plea also in a way like, hey, my wife and kid are in trouble. I really don't have time for this. I need to head to God Valley. But Harold, in all his fucking stupidity, man, like, I don't care if you are in the way. I don't care what's happening. You have a wife and kid. You've been a good father to your kids. You would not overlook this. But either way, Harold says that he's going to be in the way of Zebek. But he also, I'll give him this. He does say that he wants a one against Zebek, and Zebek does end up winning that fight. At least it looks from it by the end because we see the ship is, the giant warrior ships is broken. So we do see that, but fact that Harold had to do it, like I guess because of his situation, he could not overlook just he could not have Zabak just walk through because he was already under surveillance. So if he had walked through, he would lose all his chances of ever being part of the royal government. But he did give Zabak a chance to go, I guess. But man, that was hard to see. But anyway, so Zabak and his crew are off to Pirate Island. I really hope I it's not gonna happen, but it's just something that like we don't want to. I hope Zabak can be Zabak until the end. If he has any grudges for anything, if he goes out with like a fight with Roger and Garp, I have no issues with that. Given what the world government is willing to do, I have no sympathies for anyone saying that Zabak is not right. In this case, Zabak is right. Roger and Garp will be wrong. Unnecessary. It just is. All right. So we see that Shaki is finally shown on the screen after this at the beginning of the tourney. And we see Scum and the rest of the Celestial Government, the creepiest of all gooners, um, goon after her in the most creepy way possible. It's just so creepy. Uh, and then, but before we end the chapter, we kind of see Dragon meeting Teach. Now, given what Teach is right now, I do not condone anything from him. He has been an integral person who has hurt a lot of people. Given his life after this, he should not have been hurting those people, but he has for some reason, and I don't I don't hold him in high regard for this, for any of his actions afterwards, but he is a kid right now. All right. And all kids are born innocent. All right. And I truly feel horrible for what he goes through. It probably shapes how he is right now. But we see Dragon meet Teach, and we see that his mom is already hurt because we see bloodstains. I hope that Dragon is able to fulfill her last request, which is to save her child. And I hope Zabek is able to save his child as well, because I'm pretty sure Teach is not completely out of the danger zone right now. I think Zabek is going to die protecting Teach. His wife seems to be already on the end. And but before all of this, we kind of do the main reason why apparently for the human hunt, the main reason why the Davy clan seems to be a big thing for me is that the world government specifically says that we have members of the Davy clan for this year's disgusting festival. And that's what gives me a feeling that the Davy clan is kind of like one of the primordial, like if you were to put it in a way, the primordial clan of the D, basically. Um, so they might have slighted the world government a little too much, and that's why it's becoming a problem for them. It's the same reason why the Buccaneers were also probably ostracized by the world government. But basically, yeah, and I'm pretty sure what they mean by Davy clan members is Teach and his mom, of which I think they got his mom might die by the time the next chapter rolls around. Um, but Teach is clearly not out of the blue, and Zebek is definitely going to be the one who protects him. I hope Dragon can get him out. Don't get me wrong, Teach has done some horrible things right now, but I don't want to see. He's not obviously he's not going to die. He's available, but I don't want to see Kate go through that kind of trauma. Like, who wants to see that? It's crazy. It's crazy. This chapter had so much stuff. We are finally getting some information regarding Dragon and all. I hope Shakis also gets saved. I hope that Roger and Garp can get there in time. And I hope they put a freaking hole in Garlic. Like a hole. Like a make him a freaking donut. But that's not gonna happen. I don't think it is. But I really hope Shaki said. I hope Teacher gets out. I hope Zebek doesn't lose himself until the final moments, I would say. Yeah, those are basically it. I was so distraught reading this chapter because I've learned to come to like a good. Zebek is a good guy, guys. I will not even argue against that. He is a good guy, and I hope he passes away a good guy as well. That's about it. I'm literally gonna start crying right now because I feel like I'm losing a big character right now. Uh, but that's it, I guess. Hopefully next week is not a break. I didn't see if it was a break or not. Uh, but yeah, that's about it for today. I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you guys next time.